Welcome back to Just Scribble. If you didn't see, Papertess has launched a pocket-sized planner, and I have ordered it, and I wanted to share it and check it out with you. Well, I actually ordered two because I'm going to be doing a giveaway with one of them. But I have in here two of her pocket-sized planners, and then let's see what else is in here. My packing slip, which you don't need to see. And then a little card with a thank you note and a code for my next order. And I think that's all that's in here. Let's double check. Just a whole bunch of pink confetti paper. So let me get all that cleared out. This is part 2, if you can see that there. So they go from July to December of this year, and then she'll be launching these with her 2025 planner launch, and it'll be a 2-book set. So you'll have a book 1 that goes from January through June, and then you'll have a book 2 that goes from July to December. So I'm going to open up mine. I'm going to leave this one closed because that's for a giveaway. And we're going to check this out together, walk through how it's set up, and also compare it to the Moleskine Daily Diary because this is set up very similar to this. So this is a little bit of a competition for the Moleskine Daily, which I think is awesome because I'm actually not a big fan of the Moleskine Daily personally. I don't like a couple things about it. I'm not a Moleskine paper fan. I'm not a fan of the paper, so there's that. And I'm also really not a fan of their monthly. And then there's a couple other things. And so this is going to give the Moleskine Daily a run for its money, and I'm really excited for that. Let's open this up. This is a 2025 Moleskine Daily. I bought it on Amazon. I decided to buy the 2025. That way I could do a giveaway of that as well, because I know some people actually really love this planner. So we're going to compare the two. Now, one big difference between the two of these, this is a full year planner and this is a half year planner. So the Moleskine Daily has your full year in there, and the Papertess only has a half year. But the Papertess has other stuff in it, which is why it is thicker than half of the Moleskine, even though this uses Tomoe River paper. So there's more pages in this, or more layouts in this, than there are in this, which is why it is not half the size of this, even though this is a half year and this is a full year. But they are the same dimension. So they are the same height. They are the same width. They're just not the same thickness. They both have elastic closures, and they both have back pockets. So the Papertess has an accordion back pocket in it, and the Moleskine Daily also has an accordion back pocket in it. It comes with some stickers, and then they both have ribbon page markers. So the Moleskine has one ribbon page marker that I think is kind of chintzy personally. It's really thin and it doesn't really hold its structure. And the Papertess also has one ribbon page marker, but it's actually nicer. It's a little bit stiffer. It has a little bit more body to it. And this comes in 2 colorways. I think the other colorway was black, but I will put right here the colorways. But I bought the sand colorway. And then on the front of the Papertess, you have some rose gold foiling that says the Daily Notebook Part 2, because this is the second book. It is the first book for 2024 because she didn't launch one for the first half of the year, but it is Part 2 because it is July to December. So when you buy for 2025 with her planner launch, you'll get a Part 1 and a Part 2. And then it says 2024, July to December. There's nothing on the spine. On the back it says Papertess Designs. And the elastic is between the cover and the accordion file so that you don't have that bump on the back and it doesn't compromise the cover. Whereas this is through the cover like that instead of between the two. And the Moleskine just says 2025 debossed right there. All right, let's check this out and then we will compare some of the layouts and spread. Opening page, the sort of cardstocky page, says this notebook belongs to, and then it has the same information that's on the front. The Daily Notebook 2024 Part 2 by Papertess Designs. And then when you flip the page, that first page that's kind of glued to the cardstock page says the same thing. So it has the Daily Notebook Part 2, the Daily Notebook 2024 Part 2 by Papertess Designs. Since most people don't use this page, she said she opted to just put the same information on there. So you have the information here, you have the information here, and you have the information here. Some people choose to just glue this page down, which you can totally do. And this is 52 GSM Tomoe River paper. The opening spread after that first kind of intro page is a dot grid spread. You can see that there. And there's no page numbers on those pages. Then you have your yearly overview for 2024. So you have the first 6 months, and then you have the second 6 months. And when you turn the page, you have another dot grid spread with no page numbers. And then you have your monthly pages. So you have your July monthly, as you can see there. So it is a Monday start. It is dated, and then it has the week numbers over here, and then this says notes. So this column is supposed to be for your notes, but it also has your week numbers on it for each week. There are no lines or grid or dot or anything on the monthly. So it is just a plain piece of paper behind there. That is one thing I will say I'm not a fan of in this. I don't like a monthly spread where there's not a line or a grid or a dot grid or something to help me write straight. I don't like when it's a blank page like that. For me personally, that just doesn't work very well. I knew that going in. I saw that in her flips that she shared on Instagram and in her video on YouTube. So I bought this knowing that this was going to be blank, but that is something that I personally would have done differently. I also personally would have done the week numbering differently so that this column was more usable, because if I want to make notes in this column down, I have to skip the spots where it says the week number. But I understand everyone's needs and uses of a monthly planner are different, and what they want out of a monthly planner are different. But for me personally, I would have put lines or grid or dot or something like that, and I would have changed the placement of the week numbers. It is nicely dark, so it's easy to see the dates and the days of the week. And so you go through all of the monthlies. They're all together at the front of the planner. So you have July, August, September, October, November, December. And then after that, you go into another dot grid spread like that. So before we flip the page, let's compare this monthly to the Moleskine and kind of the beginning of the planner. So the beginning of the Moleskine also has a place for you to write your name. So it has a place that says, in case of loss, please return to, and then it has a reward spot. And then on their sort of introductory page that's attached to the cardstock page, it says Moleskine Daily Diary 2025. And then their first spread is a personal data spread where you have a place for your name, your address, your contact information, all that kind of stuff. Most of this stuff I would never put in my planner and write down, but that's the first spread. And then they have the yearly overview. So they have 8 months here, and then 4 months here, and then a blank section here that you can use for notes. And then they go into their monthlies. One of the things that I don't like about the Moleskine Daily is that the monthlies are a month on one page. I can't fit any of our plans in these little boxes. The only thing I could use it for is some sort of tracking with color coding. I couldn't use it for actual plans because even writing super tiny, I couldn't fit our plans on these. And so one of the things that I really loved about the Papertess is that it is a month on 2 pages instead of a month on 1 page. So you have so much more space for planning. Look how much bigger these squares are than that, which is awesome. The Moleskine does have a place for notes at the bottom of each of the monthlies, and just like Papertess, it has all of the months at the front. So you go through all of the monthlies, and then it has an overview for the next year. And after that, it goes into another section, which we'll check out in a second. So after the monthlies in the Papertess, like I said, you have the dot grid spread. After that, you have a this month section. This is unique and different. This is kind of like your perpetual calendar because it has your 1 through 31. So you could use this for indexing. You could use this for pre-planning, whatever you wanted. And the months are not there. So you don't have to use these for the months that are in here. You could use these for months that are outside of this planner. So you could use these for January 2025, February 2025, and so on. But it has this month. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 this month. So like I said, you could use these for the dates that this planner covers, so July through December, or you could use it for pre-planning for next year, January through June, or you could use it for a combination of those if you wanted. So you have the this month, and you can put your own monthly stickers on there or stamps or handwrite it. Then you have another 2-page dot grid spread. And then you go into a quarterly overview page. So in the Moleskine, after your monthlies, you had your yearly overview for next year. Then you had an ideas and goals section. Then you had a travel planner section. Then you have my extraordinary moments of the year. Then you have a blank space. Then you have my inspiring journeys. Then you have a ruler and a blank page. And then you have the pages that go into the diary. In the Papertess, you have a quarterly overview. So you have each month of the quarter, July, August, September, the dates over here, and then you have lines over here. So you could use these for goals, you could use these as a project planner, you could use these for habit tracking, whatever you wanted. So you have quarter 3, and then you have quarter 4. So you have October, November, and December, and then quarter 4 lines over here. Then you have another set of dot grid. And then you go into actual trackers. So you wouldn't have to use these as trackers because you have built-in trackers. So you have a July tracker, you have a line to write what you're tracking, and then you have 1 through 31 there, and you have your grid, and it says the monthly tracker. So you have July, August, September, October, November, and December. And then you go into 2 more grid pages, and then you go into the actual planner pages. So one thing that makes this different, beyond the fact that you've got trackers, quarterly planners or goal planners, and also these this month pages, is that you have a weekly overview built into this planner. Whereas in the Moleskine Daily, once you go past all of this extra stuff that personally I wouldn't use, that's after the monthlies, you go straight into daily pages, and it's just daily pages that start the first of the year and go through the end of the year. And so it is just a page on one day with a timeline there, a place for your weather, a place for the temperature, and then it has the week number indicated at the bottom, and it goes through the whole year like that, with nothing separating any of the weeks or any of the months until you get to the very end of the year. And then you just have a few notes pages in the back that are all white, like plain blank pages, not white, actually cream, because the paper is cream, but it goes into notes, and then you just have the back cardstock and then your pocket. And so it's a really basic, simple daily planner, and there's no weekly pages. The Papertess, on the other hand, has weekly pages between the weeks. So you have a weekly overview page that's a memo style, kind of like the Nolte has, where you have your days of the week across the top are dated, and then you have lines down below that you can use for your plans. So you have a space here that you could put a sticker or a this week or a swatch-a-washi, whatever you wanted. And then you have your Monday through Sunday, and then your lines. And when you turn the page, you go into the daily planner, which has the day of the week, the month, the year, the date, and then it has a timeline and a 12-hour timeline from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. And then it has lines at the bottom. There's no division on this page. There's no line separating it. There's no grid. It's just lines. And then you go to Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Then you have a weekly review page, and then the next weekly overview. And it continues like that through the entire planner. So weekly overview, all your dailies, your weekly review, and then the next week until you get to the end of the planner. And at the end of the last week, which ends on January 5th, you then have grid pages, and this is where the numbering comes in. So this is where the pages are numbered. So you have page number 1 there, and it goes to page 101. So you have about 100 pages of grid at the back that you can use for notes, collections, whatever it is that you need. And then because they're page numbered, you could reference them through your planner. And then you have 102, sorry, I said 101, 102. And then you have a blank page there, the cardstock page, and then your pocket. Overall, I think this is a good planner. I wouldn't say that if I made a pocket planner, it would be set up like this. There are things that I personally would do different, but I think that it is a great alternative to the Moleskine. I think that there's more function in this planner than there is in this planner, which is one of the reasons I'm not a fan of this planner, because I don't find it very functional. I don't like the fact that the monthlies are so small. I don't like the cream paper, personally. And I don't like the fact that there's no divisions between the weeks. I just find that really hard, and I like having the weekly overview. So I think this is a much more functional version of this. I feel like this planner, this daily notebook, was heavily inspired by this, but it's just a step up, a step above. I like the paper better personally because I like Tomoe River paper. I love that it's a half year, so even though it will get a little bit chunky, it won't get so chunky and unmanageable, because a lot of people that use this, they get so chunky halfway through the year, they can barely write in this anymore. So I love the fact that it's a half year and that you get to start fresh halfway through the year. I love the Tomoe River paper. I like the fact that it's dark enough that I can actually see the lines and the dates and all of that. There are things, obviously, like I said, that I don't like. I don't like the monthly personally. There's things I would change. There's actually things on the daily that I would change. But overall, I think it's a great planner, and I am going to give it a go and try to use this as a planner this year just to kind of see how I like it and to check it out. I actually ordered a cover from Eternal Leather Goods because I couldn't help myself, because I love Collins covers, and I could order a non-custom one that's designed to fit this and use it for this. So I know that this planner is going to fit in the cover because the cover is designed basically for the soft cover Moleskine. So I shouldn't have any problems fitting this in my cover. And when it comes, I will definitely share it and we will check it out. I do have a couple other pocket covers, and so I may put this in one of those temporarily so that I can get it set up and start using it. But I'm really excited for it. So that is my flip through and review of the new daily notebook from Papertess. Overall, I'm excited for this. I think that this is a really good addition to the planner community. I think it's something that we were missing. I think we needed another daily planner option other than just the Moleskine, and there just weren't a lot of options out there. So I think it was a really good addition to the planner community, and I'm excited to try it out. Now, like I said, I did buy two because I wanted to do a giveaway to share one of these with you guys. I don't have a cover for you, but I do have a planner for you. So I am going to be doing a giveaway of this one. I wasn't going to do the giveaway of the Moleskine quite yet, but I actually think I will. So I know not everyone likes Tomoe River paper, and some people really love the Moleskine paper, and they really love the Moleskine, and the way they use it and the way they set it up works really well. And the things that I don't like personally about the Moleskine aren't an issue for them. So I will do the giveaway for both. So this giveaway is going to be open to the US and Canada only, just because I paid a lot to ship these, to get these to the United States, but also because this starts in July and I want to get it to you as soon as possible. So this is going to be just open to my US and Canadian subscribers. The giveaway is going to start now, the moment that this giveaway goes live. It is going to end at 11:59 p.m. on July 13th, and I will announce the winner here on my YouTube channel, both in a response to your comments and also in the community tab on Sunday, July 14th. To enter the giveaway, just put a sun emoji or the word sun in brackets in the comments, and then tell me your favorite feature of the daily notebook from Papertess. That's all you have to do to enter. If you're also interested in the Moleskine, or you're only interested in the Moleskine, go ahead and put a balloon emoji or the word balloon in brackets in the comments, and then tell me why you like the Moleskine planner. That's all you have to do to enter. I will have all of the rules and details down in the description box, so make sure you read through those and check those out as well. But that is my share and review of the daily notebook from Papertess, and my giveaway of a daily notebook and a Moleskine 2025 daily planner. If you have any questions or comments, please don't hesitate to put them down below, and I will definitely get back with you. Give me a thumbs up if you like this review of the daily notebook from Papertess. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss future videos, and don't forget to just scribble.